Order and disorder. Once again, these two anthropomorphic terms has been used to explain or to make an analogy with entropy. I think that this is not quite appropriate. What the alternative Celsius says about this in his book, Entropy and Information. Entropy and Information by alternative Celsius. He says in this short paragraph, this association of entropy with order and disorder was assumed during the 19th century, since there was no knowledge about the chemical systems, neither of quantum mechanics. So this analogy of entropy with order and disorder is quite, to say, obsolete. In the examples of whatever we want to distribute the students' cards on the table, something is missing. We have to say that the students, the cards, or whatever we want to observe the distribution of, they are systems. So therefore, they have entropy. Even the brain who makes the observation is a system. It has entropy. Besides, the energy that flows through these systems is not only dispersed, there is not only dispersion of the energy, there is usage of energy to decrease the entropy of such systems. But during the using of that energy, decreasing the entropy of the systems, there is degradation of the energy, until the energy just became in some kind of waste that we call heat. This approach of the explanation of entropy through systems is very dynamical, because this explanation of entropy, the theory of entropy, can be put into evolution of systems, biological or non-biological, can be also extended to the social aspect, even the moral, the ethics, memetics, even the money can be explained in base of entropy. Money would represent the credential that one has a lower portion of entropy in his hands. So with this, it's like having energy, concentrated energy in your hands that you can use to produce some job, some work. So, but how this entropy defining the systems arise from? So each system has a proper entropy, but it's called the actual entropy of the system that is making the system itself. There are functions there are elements. Ultimately, in a quantum state, in a quantum level, functions and elements will be the same. But the point is this: the actual entropy of a system depends on two tendencies. One that tries to increase the entropy to a higher level of the system, dispersion of the system. And another is trying to decrease the entropy of the system, concentration of the system. So we are between two tendencies that define a system. So which are these tendencies or trends? The one who's trying to increase the entropy of any system, even of our brains to say, is the entropy of the universe, and ultimately the entropy, who knows, the dark matter or the dark energy, better. The other tendency is trying to decrease the entropy of the system, which in a macroscopic level is the force of gravity. So this is trying to make the system a black hole corresponding to the system. So that will be lowering the entropy of the system. But in between, we have to conceptualize that all systems are open. So all systems are borrowing or taking pieces of information, portions of elements from other systems. For what? To survive. For survival of the system. So for the system to function as should be. For instance, if we eat a piece of bread, the bread is a system, has a conformation of elements we put inside of our system, our body, is to decrease or to lower the entropy of our body system to survive. But when you isolate a system, like in a solarium, if you cover a solarium and the solarium is totally black out, the elements of this solarium are starting to disperse inside that space. That is actually what happened to the Maxwell demon, because he cannot disperse the energy. He accumulates energy and becomes part of the system itself. But the system in that state of isolation ceases to exist. So that tendency to lower the entropy of the system ultimately can be reflected into the Big Bang. So we have complete the whole scenario from the Big Bang to the boundary of the universe. From the Big Bang that represents the lowest status of entropy to the boundary of the universe that is representing the highest status of entropy in the universe. So if we put this big scenario in our mind, we could understand better what entropy is all about. And we can extend the concept, the theory of the second law of thermodynamics to any system that we want to study. Thank you.